look around, we need hope. Dark world, we need hope. Broke world, we need hope. We all need hope, need hope, need hope. Look around, we need hope. Broke world, we need hope. We all need hope. But tell them it's hope for the broken. 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 Tell them it's hope for the broken. Yeah, it's hope for the broken. Yeah, it's hope for the broken. Yeah, it's hope for the broken. Boy, look around.
Hey, this is Benny Powell, pastor of, what church are pastor? Greatest Second Baptist Church, Marion, Indiana.
It's been a day for you already,
Hey,
huh?
it's been a day.
And I'm John Boyanowski. I'm the pastor at Solid Rock Church of Warren in Warren, Indiana.
And you know what? We were talking, and we noticed that some of our podcasts have been a little bit heavy the last several times. So we thought we would do something a little fun, something that I know everybody do every day. We're going to talk about eating.
Yeah, buddy.
Eating food. And for all you healthy-minded individuals, this is a early warning. We're not going to be talking about healthy food sometimes. So this is going to be talking about eating some of our favorite foods and where we like to go to get our favorite foods and what type of favorite foods.
And why we like them favorite foods.
And why we like those favorite foods. And we brought with us, we pulled our producer from the back to the front, and we got with us Kyren Monteiro. Kyren, say hello to the folks.
Hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
All right. So since this was my idea, I thought it would be fun to talk about food because outside of the church and my job and my family, this is the one thing that I simply love. I love food. Now, I have to be honest. I used to weigh 395 pounds, about how much I used to love food. I weighed that. Now I'm at 290.
Hit that yellow button right there.
I'm at 290, 90. So I'm still eating food I like, and that's one thing people say, well, you got to go on a diet and you can't eat this and you can't eat that. My mama taught me that you can eat anything. I know nutritionists is going to have a fit. You can eat anything you like, just eat it in moderation. So I'm not a health guru. I'm just telling you what worked for me.
You mean you can't? I thought you ain't supposed to eat pork when you believe in Jesus.
No, I ain't talking about that.
Now, if you remember, there was
I'm joking.
There was Peter that had this vision, and all the animals came down on this sheet, and the Lord said, there is nothing in here that is unclean. So that means, yes, we can eat bacon.
Look, and I like what Paul said. Paul said, if eating meat offends my brother, then I'm not going to eat meat in front of you. But I'm going to eat the meat later, okay? So,
Amen.
Yeah, so I thought I started out with what do I like the most? And, the one dish that I could eat every day, without fail, is steak fajitas. Now, Taco Bell, I'm not talking to you. Tex-Mex, I'm not talking to you.
We're talking about authentic
steak fajita. Now, I'm not a guacamole person. I don't like guacamole, but I like the steak with the bell peppers and the onion and the pico de gallo and some hot, I'm not talking Louisiana hot sauce. I'm talking about handmade, authentic Mexican hot sauce.
So are you making it or are you going to the restaurant?
I've gotten good enough I can make it at home, but then I have a specific restaurants that I go to, and I don't want the flour. I want corn shells.
There you go.
I want corn shells, and I want to be able to pick the taco up with my finger. I don't want to use no spoon to put my toppings back on. I want to pick my fingers, and I want to shovel it back into the tacos. That's one of my favorite dishes.
There you go. Well, if we're talking about food,
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say I love me a good Philly steak cheese sub.
Oh, that's right. East Coast boy.
And it's got to be toasted bun, a little bit of garlic sauce on there. Okay. You got to have the peppers. You got to have the onions. You got to have melted cheese, chipotle pepper on there. Ooh, yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Huh?
And a side of screaming hot fries, not French fries.
Now,
Screaming hot
Are
fries.
you from the East Coast?
Of course, I'm from the East Coast.
Which part?
Boston area.
Okay.
Go Red Sox.
Okay, that makes sense.
oh, Red Sox, but before they were red, they were White Sox.
Hey, I will say though, I've the only closest thing I've had to it is in New York, and they say if the grease ain't in the bottom of the bag, then
It ain't worth it.
Yeah,
That's right.
All right, Kyren, what about you? Let's start off with your number one.
we talking just like a full meal.
We're
or
talking about your favorite dish.
Favorite dish. That's tough. I love chicken.
Yes, amen.
I'm not trying to. No, you can't go wrong with chicken, man. Grilled, baked, fried.
As we speak, my beloved wife Marcia is making me some homemade fried chicken.
I'm coming
in
with
buttermilk.
you. I'm supposed to go see my mom, but I'm following you home. Yes.
Why chicken? Why chicken?
It's good.
See, I'm from Chicago, and we had a place in Chicago called Church's Chicken.
Yep.
Yep.
If
We
you
have
got
it in
'em
Rhode
here?
Island.
If you didn't bite into it and the grease didn't pop out,
It wasn't good.
it wasn't good.
Yep.
For me, growing up, I just had chicken a lot, and it was just something I never got tired of. Like I can get beef, I can get tired of beef, I can get tired of pork, turkey, I can get tired of it, but chicken, I think I can eat chicken every day.
It's universal, you know. I was once at a place where I was introduced to this thing called peanut butter chicken.
Peanut butter chicken?
Peanut butter chicken.
I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah.
Pooey.
Well, I'll put it to you this way, okay? It's an African dish, and when I first heard of it, I'm like, oh lordy, no, it don't work that way. But where I worked, we had to eat what the residents ate, and so this one gentleman made the peanut butter chicken, and I will tell you what. It is my favorite way, besides fried chicken, that I love to eat my chicken. What you do is you take chicken and you fry it up a little bit, get it cooked all the way through, remove it from the heat, and in that little bit of grease that's at the bottom of the pan, you take fresh tomatoes, peppers, onions, jalapeno peppers, some cilantro, and a whole bunch of other nice things, like if you were making a salsa, and you cook them in and you marinate them. Take a little bit of tomato paste and add it in there as well to thicken it up. And then you take peanut butter. And
I was
you
wondering when the peanut butter was
I was coming. You got to go in the flow of this.
Okay.
Okay. So then you add peanut butter as much as you like or as little as you like. And you mix it in there. And then you throw the chicken back in and let it saute for a little bit. And then serve it over a bed of rice. Oh, my. I tell you.
Nobody.
You can't go wrong with it. If I would have to go outside of chicken, I would probably say pizza, like New York style pizza.
Wait. Have you done the pizza contest?
What is the pizza contest?
Never heard of
And
it.
you did it when we went from the Midwest to Chicago and to California. Which pizza is better?
Oh, yeah. Well, we had that. But I thought you were talking about you sit down at a table and you
pizza
got
eating
8
contest.
different pizzas.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily a pizza eating contest, but judging which one is the best.
Yeah.
He gonna kill me. The worst pizza is Chicago. The deep dish pizza, yuck.
See, you know, this is Pastor Powell. If we're looking for a producer, because he just offended my Windy City. Okay,
It's good,
Well,
but New York got the best. Don't you think New York got the best pizza? The style, the big slices that cover the whole
Well,
plate.
I do like that New York style pizza, but there's a place in Rhode Island called Pawtucket House of Pizza that is a Greek pizza, and oh my goodness.
Don't none of that compared unless you go to Chicago and you go on 31st Street and you get, God, the name just went out of my head. Home run in.
That's
Home
how
run
good
in.
it was.
Yeah, home run in pizza. If you have never had home run in pizza from Chicago, Illinois, on 31st in Central Park, you have not had pizza.
So you gotta take me then.
Yeah, I'll take you.
Yeah, it'll be a road trip.
It's going to be through the drive-through, but I'm going to take you.
You don't wanna get-
So, but Chicago pizza good. Here's my next dish. Chicago Italian beef. Chicago
I
Italian.
never heard of that.
You've never heard of an Italian beef?
Not Chicago Italian beef.
Italian beef sandwiches. Have you heard of those?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, same. It's just Chicago. That's where it's famous at mostly. And
You throw the word Chicago in there and they think they own it.
we do own it. But what it is a nice, we can use Italian bread or French bread, and you get simmered roast beef and au jus sauces, without all your Italian spices. And there are different ways you can get it. Some people like it with mozzarella and red sauce and some giardiniera pepper. Some people don't like the red sauce, so they leave it out, and they use American with the Italian beef meat, dripping with the gravy with giardiniera. But the way I like it, I like to get my Italian beef sandwich with cheddar cheese, giardiniera pepper, and I like diced tomato and onion on top of it. You're talking about a cholesterol heart attack waiting to happen.
Sound good though.
So that's my next dish that I love. I can eat almost every day. Italian beef. Italian beef sandwich. What's yours, Kyren? Come on, be on the spot here now.
Besides the chicken and pizza, that's hot in the. Honestly, probably I love pasta. So either like lasagna. I love lasagna.
Authentic Italian.
Yeah,
lasagna?
authentic. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I'm not talking about ragu.
No, I'm talking about real lasagna.
No, real homemade sauce.
Yeah.
Yes.
My
where
wife
you crush the tomatoes.
Tomatoes, yes.
Yeah.
my wife she's an amazing cook, and so she I love lasagna
Okay,
with the 5 cheese toast.
5 cheese toast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's garlic toast with cheese. Except
Oh, I
it's,
don't like bread.
now see,
outside of a
Or the
sandwich.
breadsticks that got the actual cheese inside of them. I like that too.
now I'll tell you the best breadsticks I love is Fazoli's breadsticks, but that's a whole different ball game.
Unlimited when you go in too.
Of course.
Stay for no reason.
And that's what I do. But I love bread and broth. In fact, that's the name of the restaurant that I want to own one day. It's called the Bread and Broth. It's soup and sandwiches because you got to have a good soup, and there's all kinds of soups you can have. I love making myself some homemade clam chowder.
I knew it had to come in sooner or later.
Of course, yes, of course. And, or a beef stew or chili or things along those lines. And then you got to have some bread to sop up all that goodness. Yes.
What was the name of that place we went out east, and it was like a medieval place? We went on vacation, and
It was called Medieval Manor.
Medieval Manor. Yeah, that was a different type of eating there. That really was.
Because what they did there, it was like set up in medieval times, and they didn't have silverware back then. So you ate everything with your hands. So if you had soup, you had bread to sop up the broth from it and everything. It was really good.
Medieval Manor. I'll never forget that.
Did you like it?
Look, I was just so messed up because I'm sitting there having to eat with my hands, and my mother and my grandmother would just have a total fit if they saw me. And I was like, I'm really eating with my hands. But I forget, and I'll get to my next favorite dish after this. But it was nice. It was good.
Well, I was going to say, this is coming from the man who just described how he eats tacos with using his fingers.
Yes. I said if they saw me, they would have a fit. They haven't seen me. Okay, so
Aren't you glad this isn't video right now?
I am very glad. So if I had to pick my...
What about dessert?
We'll get to the dessert.
Okay.
Okay. Unless we finna do a now moment.
Oh, no, I'm not going to whine like you.
Okay. But my next favorite meal would have to be... now I'm going to say the big meal for last. My next one will be homemade chili. Homemade chili. Real. Some people think that chili is with spaghetti. I call that spaghetti.
Yes.
Okay? They put spaghetti in chili and they call it chili.
No, that's two different things.
Yeah, but no, son. We had a chili cook-off here one year, and the lady she called it chili, but it wasn't chili. It was just spaghetti with ground beef and beans.
Chili mac. Whatever.
I'd never seen it before. But anyway, she's going to hear this, and then she's going to be, how dare you talk about my chili? But anyway, homemade chili. I'm talking about with cumin, chili powder, chili flakes.
I'll just let you know that we had a chili cook-off in Warren the other year. Mm-hmm. Your brother here, second place.
Second
place. And that was my first time I ever entered any sort of competition.
We may do the chili cook-off again this year when they get toward the latter part of the year.
I'm not a chili fan.
No?
Every time my wife cooks it, she get mad. I don't like it.
The one thing my wife cooked that I finally told her after 26 years I don't want no more. That's rice.
Just like regular white rice?
Oh, man, I hate rice. I hate it with a passion.
I love rice.
When I was growing up, all we had was rice. Rice for breakfast. Rice for dinner. Rice. I don't want no more rice.
You worn out on it. That's how I am with ramen noodles. I don't want no more.
And another one, neck bones. I don't want nobody's neck bones.
Yeah, I'm cool off
okay.
that.
I'll give me some chicken feet and suck on those before I suck on the neck.
You can keep neck bones and you can keep chitlins too.
Hold on, you can't throw the wrinkles down,
you
man.
Can keep the chitlins. My dad used to love them. Y'all can keep the chitlins.
You can't throw the wrinkles down.
Pig feet, all that now.
So listen to you now. You messing with my Southern pride. Now I'm from Tallahassee, Mississippi. Wrinkles, pig feet, pig ears. You know how my uncle used to eat pig ears? He used to put it between two pieces of bread with some onion and mustard and just chow down gristle and everything.
You like chicken feet?
Look, when you poke. You suck on chicken feet and everything else. We ate everything on the pig from the rooter to the tutor and tried to catch the oink. So
I'll go back to bologna sandwiches and ramen noodles.
Well, eating bologna is worse than sucking on the chicken feet.
It's better than chitlins.
And this is Healing Broken Souls.
All right, what's your next dish?
I like seafood boils. Crab legs, shrimps with the potatoes and the meat. Look, he don't look like he like you. You don't.
Hey, me right here with you, bud.
But look, I'm not a seafood eater. I don't crab legs and shrimp. I hate fish, so that's as far as I go. But I like seafood boils with the corn in there.
I was gonna say I'm from New England. We had it all the time: clams, claw hogs, and
Cape Cod area.
Oh yes, lobster, the whole 9 yards with the potatoes and corn and onions.
Somebody explain something.
Sausage.
Why fight crab legs for that little pice of meat?
You got to get yourself a big crab. Get the Alaskan snow crab.
Yeah, or the king crab. In the leg, I don't like the claws, but in just the regular leg, man, there's meat in there. You crack it right.
Oh, the claws are great too if you got the big enough claws.
Yeah, dipping in that butter, garlic butter.
That's too much fighting for a little piece of meat.
No, what's fighting is crawfish. That's a lot of fighting.
Yeah,
and then
that's some Chicago stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't eat crawfish either, but you talking about like crawdads?
Yeah,
they look like the bugs.
Yeah,
no, we ain't sucking on down one of them heads. So, all right, your next meal.
Anything my wife makes, and I'm not saying this to suck up to her, but when I first married her, I was a basic meat and potatoes man, and so it would be any kind of meat and potatoes, maybe some carrots or corn or green beans, but that was it. Since I married her, she has expanded my mind completely. So, her lasagnas and her pastas, her soups, her vegetables, her casseroles, and all these other things. The only thing I don't like is okra. Okra is not a good thing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think that God put that on there for Satan for whenever he goes down to the pit.
Well, here's the thing. I don't like boiled okra, but I can eat me some fried okra.
No.
I can eat some fried okra. Now, my grandson would say that one of the best things my wife makes is pizza. Okay?
You a pizza fan?
Yeah, my grandson says his grandmother makes one of the best pizza. But if I had to pick a meal that my wife cooks that I simply love, I guess I got to go southern Mississippi on you for a little bit. I got to give me some pinto beans, some collard greens, sweet potatoes, and fried chicken.
There you go.
See, he almost had it right. Now you got to go to fried chicken, sweet ham. You got to go macaroni and cheese, not that Velveeta scratch box stuff. I'm talking about the real from scratch macaroni and cheese. You got to go sweet potatoes, dressing, mashed potatoes whipped up.
Man, you talking about Thanksgiving dinner, man. I'm just talking about a regular meal.
Nah, we talking about that can be regular.
This is Old Country Buffet.
And you got to have the cherry cheesecake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, strawberry for me.
Yeah.
Both.
Now, we have a young lady here named Deaconess Bryan. She makes some of the best cherry cheesecakes and strawberry cheesecakes that's on the planet.
You shouldn't have told me that.
And so why are you telling me this now?
Because it's all gone.
You shouldn't have,
My reputation precedes me.
So, but all right, one of your last favorite meals here.
I think I said.
Oh, you
chicken.
just said yours.
Yep.
You said yours. All right, dessert. Favorite dessert. We're going to start with you, John.
Okay, so first and foremost, I love chocolate-covered strawberries. Mm-hmm. Dark chocolate with beautiful, ripe strawberries. Mwah. I expect God to meet me at the pearly gates with big strawberry, about maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet long, dipped in chocolate, saying, "Well done, good and faithful servant." But other than that, it's my wife's eclair tort.
Eclair tort.
And you've had some of them.
Yeah, I've had some. They are good. They are very good. Very good. You know, one of the things that my granddaughter loves that when it was around her birthday, she would ask me to make her a German chocolate cake. She loved it. She simply loved it. But for me,
and my birthday was last month.
Yeah,
just
I know.
FYI.
I remember I said happy birthday.
Now with a German chocolate cake?
No, I didn't. But one of the things that I simply love is Southern sweet potato pies. You know, don't come give me no little skimpy skin sweet potato pie. It's got to be about 1 or 2 inches of sweet potatoes on the crust, okay? And you know, the crust ain't supposed to be light brown. It's supposed to be brown.
Right.
Like it's been baked, you know, and sweet potato, and you kind of want to see the butter mark from when the butter oozed out of the sweet potatoes over the whole thing, and you want to see those lines.
That little glaze.
Yeah, that little glaze, but yeah, sweet potato.
I got a tie.
Okay.
I like cheesecake artists, the cherry and strawberry cheesecake, but I love banana pudding.
Now, wait a minute now. Are we talking real banana pudding or this stuff y'all making in the box?
No, we talking about real.
Oh, okay. Because this whipped banana pudding, that ain't banana
I
pudding.
don't like that. I'm talking about the real deal.
Okay.
Real deal banana pudding.
I'm talking about when you're sitting on the stove and you're mixing everything up.
Yes.
And you got to let it sit and thicken up overnight. I'm the real deal, yeah.
Now, this, what they call Jell-O whipping cream for banana pudding, that ain't banana pudding. That ain't banana pudding. And I told my kids, one day I'm going to show y'all how to make a real banana pudding. It takes a while to make, but it's
worth it.
It is worth it. It is worth it. All right, so we done made some of y'all mad or we done made some of y'all glad?
But one of the nice things is when we talk about food and everything, it goes to show you the joy of it. You know, you could have a really bad day and then you get yourself a good meal. Now, I'm not talking about comfort eating where, you know, you're eating your cares away. But usually after you have a really good meal, it just helps you to relax enough to be able to talk about different things.
Yeah, and the one thing, as John has mentioned, you know, we forget the purpose of eating, and let's put some healthy stuff in here for a minute. You know, basically eating for the human being is to survive. You know, but we in the world have taken it a couple steps further than that, to where it's just delight and enjoyment. And we have to be careful with that, because overeating, gluttony, and all this does have its health consequences, weight gain, diabetes, etc. So as we talk about all these foods that we're enjoying, be mindful that if you're diabetic, you can't eat a lot of what we just said. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And you have to eat whatever you eat it in moderation, So be mindful of your health issues as well. If you got high cholesterol, you can't be sitting there eating a whole chicken with buttermilk breading on it and all this stuff. You might have to get you some chicken breasts with a little seasoning on it or whatever.
Or get yourself some sugar-free syrup for your pancakes.
Would y'all ever go vegetarian or vegan?
No.
I am carnivorous.
I think Pastor Williams over in Rock Island, Illinois said a bird must die that I might eat. So, and I know the the animal control people are going to be on me for that one. So
I'll put it to you this way. One year I gave up meat for Lent. That was the hardest time because I was cooking for the family, and here I am making bacon cheeseburgers and smoking meats on the grill and everything, and I couldn't have even a taste of it.
And I married a woman that doesn't eat really any meat. She doesn't eat any meat, mainly vegetables. But for me, it's got to be something. I'm like John, carnivorous. It's got to be dead on the plate. But
yeah, it's kind of hard to poke something that's alive.
What is that they eat alive? I can't remember.
Alive?
Yeah, they have some dishes in some countries that
Like raw oysters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about some are alive.
Well, whenever you open up an oyster, you can shuck it and eat it right there.
Feel it wiggle down?
Yeah.
No,
Done
we ain't doing that.
Done it.
Yeah, I'm cool.
No, we're not doing that. So, it's like when we were young and the teacher would get the goldfish and swallow it right out the water. Mm-hmm. No, we're not doing that one either, so.
Something I enjoyed? When we was in Miami a few years ago, we went to an authentic Cuban restaurant.
Mm-hmm. That's good food.
I've never had authentic Cuban food. That was great.
Now, if you want some spicy food, Indian food is spicy.
Yes, very
I'm
much.
not a spicy person.
Yeah, Indian is
mild. That's my tolerance.
But, if you kind of like some of my grandkids, they don't care what's on the plate. If it ain't a bottle of hot sauce around, they not eating it, okay? I don't care what it is. It could be some beans. They chucking hot sauce in it, And I'm like, come on, you ain't even taste the food
I
yet.
buy my chipotle pepper in big containers, and Marsha will tell you, I just on everything.
Got to taste the food
I'll
first.
tell you what, you probably don't know. So Jada, my wife, she's half Puerto Rican. Mm-hmm. So her dad, they're from New York.
Okay.
They live in the Bronx. So the way that they season stuff and cook like the Puerto Rican food, some of that stuff is good.
See, that's your American taste buds having conflict with her nationality. You'll get over it.
I know, I love it. She does some of the stuff like they have something called panini. Mm-hmm. It's like a certain kind of like roast how they cook it.
Yep.
The beans and rice. I think they call it kandula let me not try to say. But yeah, that's good food too.
All right, so we're going to end this episodes on Healing Broken
I'm
Soul.
going to go home and eat some chicken.
I don't know what I'm eating tonight.
I'm coming with John.
Okay, so we're going to end tonight, and we're telling you enjoy your food. Food is to survive with, and then at times to enjoy. But don't overeat, don't glutton, and please don't risk your health by some of the things that we've said here today.
And if you find somebody who is in need of food, whatever, give them something.
Amen. All right, God bless you. God be with you. We'll talk to you soon.
Blessings.
Look around, we need hope. Dark world, we need hope. Broke world, we need hope. We all need hope, need hope, need hope. Look around, we need hope. Broke world, we need hope. We all need hope. But tell them it's hope for the broken. 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 Tell them it's hope for the broken. Yeah. It's hope for the broken. Yeah. It's hope for the broken. Yeah. It's hope. Yeah.